Hello and welcome to Up is Up, where me and my dad will be talking about sports and life, which is mostly sports.
That is true. Well, buddy, we got 24 days until the NFL draft.
What? Coming up so quick?
I get so excited. I get so excited for the what ifs, huh?
Yeah.
But let's not jump into football just yet, okay? We got this show kind of written out a little bit. Sorry for the day late. Had some stuff come up with the family. Also, happy Zombie Jesus Day to everybody that had a good Easter.
Pretty
Hope it
sure
was
it's
a great
Easter,
time.
Dad.
Zombie Jesus Day. On the third day, he rose again.
Guess that is a zombie.
Zombie Jesus Day. All right, let's get started with some hockey talk, huh?
Flyers rookie.
22-year-old right wing, number 71, drafted 23rd overall back in 2020. Well, we all remember that. But 2020 wasn't all bad. Apparently, we got Tyson Forster out of it. Currently 19 goals on the season. Do you know that's only 3 goals behind the great Connor Bedard? Hmm. Now, for those of you my age who remember, Eric Lindros had 41 in his rookie year, which we're not at that level. Fine. But to be so close to Bedard with all the hype that he had coming in, it's kind of exciting, right? Like, how do you feel about the Flyers?
It feels like the Flyers are building something exciting, and it's finally enjoyable to watch again.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the future,
yeah.
aren't you?
Oh, I am. I said it last year. Within the next 5 years, I'm gonna be betting them to win a cup. Maybe this is the turning point. They're starting to put it together.
Tabantis Sabonis.
Domantas Sabonis.
Domantas Sabonis
Yeah, it's a hard name, huh?
on the
Lithuanian.
Sacramento Kings.
He's Lithuanian.
What is that?
Yeah, that's a hard name to say, huh? The country, by the way, in
On
Europe.
the Sacramento Kings.
What did he do in the NBA since you didn't tell people we were switching?
Has broken the double double streak since NBA merged from 7,000.
No,
Sorry.
see, you wrote that wrong. From the 76-77 season.
Sorry.
It's okay. I guess I missed it in the proofreading. Anyway, so he currently has how many?
56 consecutive double doubles back in the 2010 throughout the 2011 season.
No, he has 56 consecutive double doubles. Period. Which is why these are so important. This is what I'm trying to teach you here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got to get a little better, all right? Got to pay
Yes,
a little
sir.
more attention to ELA. Tells me you're not doing your homework, huh?
Pretty sure I have an A or a
You're
B.
fifth grade. You don't know when to put a period in a sentence. We got some issues to work
I
out.
bet half our fans do too.
Wow, that was mean.
I'm not saying it in a bad way, but a lot of our fans are kids.
Are they?
Yeah,
I
because
don't
I have a
know
lot of
that.
my friends who watch.
Well, I feel like a lot of people just text anyway, and I don't use them when I text, so I could see that still being a thing.
And you're correcting me.
Anyway, circling back in the 2010 through 2011 season, Kevin Love set the record at 53. Before that, in 78, Moses Malone had 51.
I did not know that yet.
Yeah. Well, Sabonis for now, honestly, for me, has been one of my favorite players. We do a little fantasy basketball. I try to draft him every year. And just to watch the games, he's part of the reason, other than them having purple jerseys, that I love watching the Sacramento Kings. I do wonder how high he'll set the streak because 56 is actually wrong. Because after the 56, he got a triple double. So I guess that kind of still counts as a
I
double
have
double in
one
there.
question for Sabonis. Do you get him every single year, or do you try, but you sometimes don't?
I try, but sometimes mom snipes me and takes Sabonis because she knows I like him. So, yeah. Problems about doing fantasy leagues with your spouse and people that know you too well.
Okay, now let's move on to how many time would how my time was in Florida.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. You guys went to Florida, left me at home to work and take care
Sorry.
of the dog and the grandfather. But it's okay. You
Sorry.
had your sunshine. Another special thing that happened, but let's go ahead and break down your Florida trip for us, buddy.
Well, first we had a nice night, went out to dinner, and then the next day we went to a resort. Which also brings me up to our final day being there, the fourth day. We had my first interview.
Well, you had an interview, and we tried. I tried to work you through how to do an interview, which was hard to do from not being with you.
Yes, sir.
You went fast.
Yes, sir.
You went short. You don't have to say yes, sir. We're co-hosts on this thing. You went fast. It was short, and you didn't improvise and flow with it.
Make
But
it
as far as the first
end
interview, it wasn't
longer.
terrible.
Yeah.
I apologize because I don't know how to upload just the audio into this feed.
The first thought was to let you guys listen to it, but we didn't know how that was going to sound.
It's going to sound awful.
Yeah, the audio would not be good.
It didn't come out the way it should when we were going to try that.
Yeah.
But we can run you through the 4 questions that Teddy asked an actual NHL player, and his name is Stephen Weiss. Okay, so let's break down how your interview went. Okay.
So the first question was, did you always know you wanted to play hockey? He said, yes. Yes, I did.
Oh, and that's good that he always knew, huh? A true calling then to play in the NHL.
Yep. And then the next question was, what was your level of excitement going on during draft night? He said his response to the question was, it was more nervous than excitement for him, which I completely understand. It's got to be very scary because you don't know if you're getting drafted or not.
That's true. I mean, there's got to be a lot of jitters in it. I get excited watching the drafts. I can only imagine how the people waiting by the phone and for the phone calls are feeling, huh?
And imagine if he was in the same building too, waiting.
Maybe. I
You
mean,
just drive.
he was a first round pick.
I mean, if you drive 4 hours there and didn't get drafted, I'd be pretty upset.
Well, people fly in all over the country for those.
For the third question, what's next in terms of sports? What's the next
Step.
step, even
If it's golf related.
He said there are no goals
You know what? Can't blame the man.
coming up for him.
He played for so many years in the NHL, played for 2 different teams, gave it his all. That man deserves to just sit back and relax, living the life. He's got his family, got his golfing, got his beautiful Florida weather now, huh? Got an annoying nephew.
I'm not annoying. Don't listen to him.
Run a YouTube with him.
We don't talk about that. That's behind the scenes.
There was a final question that you asked the good Stephen Weiss, huh?
What's your favorite YouTube channel?
What did he say?
Up is up.
I think you coached him on that one, huh?
Yeah,
We're still a little new, but he answered right. We'll do that much, huh? He at least answered correctly. Yeah?
Yeah.
So was it interesting to get to sit and try to interview somebody?
Well, my first interview, I felt nervous at first coming on to because he officially did not want to do a video.
And that's fine.
Because he was not prepared for it.
Hey, we can't really afford a hair and makeup team. We get it.
Yeah. But it went.
Hence the hat.
Like he said on draft night, it was a little bit nervous more than excitement.
I
was scared I was going to mess up and we'd have to redo the whole thing.
I can understand it being nervous. All of 38 people might see this video.
I didn't think of that.
38, Teddy. 38. Not 38,000. 38.
Oh. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it went. I liked it. Like, I liked the feeling, but it was more nervous.
Okay.
Like when I was done, I was like, oh, I did actually pretty good.
But now if we ever get a chance to interview somebody else, hopefully we'll do it together, be able to flow, and you'll practice your questions before just rushing into it. And then you'll kind of understand that when they answer some way, you'll be able to ask another question on the fly as you go.
Oh, kind of like how they do the interviews after the game.
It's kind of like how you have a conversation. That's all you're doing.
I'm not good with those.
Yeah.
I'm good with talking a lot,
awkward.
But not those.
All right. Well, you did pretty good, buddy. You gave it your best shot, and that's all you can do in life, huh? So we'll circle to the NFL. First of all, did you hear that Devontae Smith got traded to the Cowboys?
Why? Who trades with the enemy?
We always trade in division, but now you have a Devontae Smith jersey, and he's on the Cowboys. How does that feel?
You're kidding.
Yeah, it's April Fool's Day, buddy.
Speaking about April Fools, we had a great April Fools at
Got
school.
him. Nothing great about that.
Yeah, I just got pranked.
All
Yeah,
right.
the NFL has some rule changes coming their way.
Yep, they're changing the kickoff rules in hopes to force teams to try to return it more and prevent kickers from just blasting it out of the back of the end zone. This one might need a little more tuning. There's a lot that goes into it. They have to kick it X amount of yards. If it's back past a certain yard, it instead of coming to the 20 goes to the 30. So I'm thinking we bet some overs this year. I think there's going to be a lot more overs hitting, but it's not a bad rule. It seems like it's going to be more fun, a lot more movement on kickoffs just to see what happens. But just like with the Tides, buddy, yin and yang, the good comes with the bad.
Yep.
They are banning the hip drop tackle, which you just started playing football, so you're not fully into the hip drop yet. It's not really called a hip drop when you play, but it's just going to enforce the whole NFL rigged debate.
I'm a linebacker and I still don't know that.
Right. Well, they're going to use it in random times, and it's going to be to decide a game, and the defender cannot use their weight to bring down an opponent.
How do you tackle somebody?
You don't. You can't. Because if you can't, how do you run with somebody, grab them, and
what are you supposed to do? Grab them and just throw
I
them?
guess they're just going to have to grab them by the
turn
throat
this into
until
the
they run out of air.
WWE where we're suplexing people.
There you go. Maybe that's the way to do it.
I mean, if I see it happen to like a wide receiver and a defender does that, like a quarterback, I'm gonna be genuinely happy and surprised.
Right. But in real time, there's no way these refs are going to be able to effectively tell this.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't, because we do not root for injuries. We don't.
No,
we don't want
we
people
don't.
to get hurt. But it's the NFL. It's a brutal sport, and some injuries happen. And on top of that, you're millionaires. And you guys love the game so much that honestly, the players probably agree with me too.
If this continues, make it the NFFL,
NFFL, what do you got there?
National Flag Football League.
I think you meant to say flag. Your lisp with your mouth thing probably came out wrong, and I hope that the listeners that are up dogs didn't mishear that.
Sorry, up dogs.
It's flag. Say it one more time.
Flag.
There you go. Okay, the National Flag
I was reading that
Football
kind of
League.
fast.
Yeah, that's where enunciating is key, huh? In this cancel culture, you don't want to slip.
You kind of got me with the April Fool's thing. You almost, I'm going to say this, you almost made me cry. I was getting a little upset. But good luck and thanks for listening and watching. Up is up. And remember, up is up. Stay safe.